Hello and welcome, lovers of the new classic cars. Today we will be looking at the birth and history of the compact sports car that completely revolutionized its segment. During the 25 years that it was manufactured, it became the best-selling sports car in the world.
Wow!
We are talking about the acclaimed Mazda RX-7. So stay until the end to know the details of this iconic Japanese model and discover what teaching the little samurai warrior of the Mazda left us. To find its origins, we have to go back to the middle of the last century, when the manufacturer Mazda was practically unknown and faced strong competition with manufacturers from its own country, who were already better positioned in the market. Mazda was a company that from its origins wanted to differentiate itself from the others in terms of innovation. That is why they decided to make a risky bet, and in July 1961 they officially closed the licensing agreement with the German company NSU Wankel for the use of the innovative rotary engine designed by the inventor Felix Wankel. Unlike conventional engines, the rotary engine dispenses with pistons and cylinders. And although more than 30 manufacturers of the time flirted with this technology, in the end, they all ended up giving up and abandoning the idea. The detail is that this engine in its beginnings posed many obstacles and challenges that had to be improved so that it could be functional, lasting, and profitable. Even so, Mazda persisted in its development. For such a risky project, he appointed his chief engineer, Kenichi Yamamoto, who, in just 2 years and with a team of 47 engineers, optimized the production quality of the engine materials and managed to provide them with durability. Although the Mazda RX-7 was the model that catapulted the brand's rotary engines, its first mass-produced model with such an engine was the Cosmo Sport 110S in 1964, followed by the Mazda Sabana RX-3 and the Sabana RX-4 models. The latter were well known in their time as Mazda was taking steps towards the touring racing sector, but before the company could position itself, the oil crisis of the 70s began. As a consequence, sports cars, high-consumption cars, go into decline. And this was noticeable in the rotary engine that, although very powerful, stood out for its higher consumption than conventional engines, which put them in trouble, to the extent that Mazda thought about its extinction. However, one more attempt was made to reduce its consumption by 50% to incorporate it into his new model, the RX-7. Years later, Yamamoto recalled that feat, saying, "Our team of engineers and technicians rose to the challenge with tireless effort, determination, and fighting spirit. After a lot of effort, they succeeded, without imagining the impact this would have on the brand's history." The world was not prepared for what was coming. In 1978, when Mazda debuted the RX-7, Impact All was a completely sporty car inspired by the Italian models of the time, with retractable headlights, compact and weighing less than 2,500 pounds. Known as the FB. In 2-seater or 4-seater models, depending on the market, in 2-door coupe bodywork. With a 12A 1,100-litre engine, generating 105 horsepower, which in later models increased to 165 horsepower for its turbo version. For America, a larger engine was launched, the 13B of 1,300 litres and with direct injection, 5-speed manual transmissions, and an automatic version that was less popular. While these capabilities are not the most powerful for a sports car, in the RX-7, its engineers also took great care to optimize every detail in the car. Because it is a very light compact, they adopted a central front arrangement of the engine, which gave the vehicle better weight distribution, providing with this a unique driving experience, which immediately made enthusiasts fall in love. Such was its success that 80% of all RX-7 FBs were sold in the United States alone, and in its 3 generations 60% of all those sold, they are also from this first generation. On the tracks it would be no different. The RX-7 won its first debut at the 24 Hours of Daytona in 1979. In 1981 he won again in the 24 Hours of SPA in Belgium, forcing the engine of his main rival the BMW 530i to break, who could not keep up with the little samurai warrior. giving with this beginning of a new era, where Mazda and its rotary engines were positioned as the undisputed competitor to beat. Without a doubt, Mazda made an unbelievable leap with its RX-7 FB model, which remained in production until 1985, to make way for its successor is the RX-7 FC. This incredible model continued to be manufactured until 2002. Reaping in its history a number of successes both in sales and on the tracks. And then passed the torch to the RX-8. The truth is that the RX-7 FB marked a before and after in the history of the automotive world, leaving a legacy that inspires respect and admiration for these authentic engineering marvels. Which is evident when you see the large entourage of enthusiasts of all ages who choose to keep the model alive. The Mazda RX-7 FB with its history teaches us that the desire to overcome with perseverance are able to overcome all obstacles and stand out from the rest, even if they look stronger. Today we remember with admiration the birth of the model that continues to impact us more than 40 years after being presented to the world. Tell me about your experience or memory with the Mazda RX-7 FB, one more that we added to the list of the new classics. If you liked the video, subscribe and share, so that we can continue to grow as a community and enjoy these beauties on wheels.